Joining us now from Austin, Texas is Weiner, Research Vice President at Gartner. Many thanks for joining us again this late hour for you. First of all, are you surprised? Is it the right and the best move for Yahoo to remove Carol Bartz?
I'm not surprised at the move. I'm just surprised at the timing. This comes about 75 days after the board of directors gave Carol a vote of confidence. There's nothing particularly, pointed about this time that would be the sort of time that you would get rid of your CEO. Yahoo has some major client meetings coming up next week. They're entering, their fourth quarter, which is generally their biggest time of the year. So it's not the event that's surprising, it's more the timing. So the catalyst for this change had to be pretty strong internally.
You liken it, in fact, in your research to a Rubik's Cube. The concern clearly is a lack of vision. You compare it to Apple, for example, which have a strong vision. Yahoo hasn't really got a vision, or has it?
Yahoo is kind of a mystery. It has a number of very, very powerful piece parts, one of which is obviously its stake in Alibaba, its presence in the emerging markets of Asia. Since Yahoo's launch, Yahoo has been a very powerful player in Japan and Asia-Pac overall. In fact, basically selecting a presence in Asia over a major presence in Europe. And that's an asset, as is its power in communications, mail and messaging. It's one of the most powerful news sites, has a world-class sports site, and it actually has invested tremendously in content management. But they've never been able to weave those pieces together to kind of underscore the new mantra that they've been stating, that they're a media technology company. And in order to do that, you really need to kind of make a sound statement, a cogent statement where all these pieces fit together. And the problem was Carol Bartz from the start didn't bring either a media background or a web technology background to the job. And I think that's essentially what did her in.
Alan, quick question for you. You mentioned Alibaba there, also the client meetings next week. Do you think Alibaba today will be scratching their heads thinking, now what?
Well, to be honest with you, whatever the next move is possibly going to be positive. And a positive move has, what they call a halo impact, meaning it would, boost all of Yahoo's investments in properties. If Yahoo, and that's a big if, were able to find that person who could twist the dials on that Rubik's Cube and make them all come up, solid colors, sort of what Steve Jobs did to Apple when he came back, the folks at Alibaba, amongst everybody else, Wall Street, investors, advertisers, could wind up being the beneficiary.
Alan, also, you are the lead analyst on Yahoo at Gartner. Who do you think would be therefore the best name now to walk into the top spot at Yahoo? Is there a name out there?
Well, it's possible that they're going to look internally at Ross Levinson, who came on in late 2010 as Senior Vice President for the Americas. He brings with expertise as President of Fox Interactive, which, is good in title. Fox Interactive also includes MySpace, which might not be something you want to put at the top of your resume. A name that I like, and I'm going to pull this one out of thin air, is the current CEO of Hulu, a gentleman named Jason Kilar. And I'm not, I don't have any inside information here, but Jason, who is ex of Amazon, has, I think, done a particularly good job with Hulu. And Hulu is actually, on the block to be sold. Yahoo is listed as one of those companies that's interested. I'm not saying one would lead to the other, but someone like Jason Kilar, who grew up his career in Amazon, clearly has learned a tremendous amount about the media business as head of Hulu. And if you remember, when Hulu started, people in the know actually thought it was a joke, and they thought it would never get anywhere. to the point where it's now, with a huge valuation. It's, on a number of connected TV sets. It's on everybody's desktop. I think that's a pretty good achievement, which could mean he's the kind of person that could take a Yahoo to the next direction.
Let's see if Yahoo have the same vision. Thanks for that, joining us there, Alan Weiner from Austin, Texas. Thanks for your time there.